happens when the market is saturated, when you're giving somebody which he is unable to chew or he's unable to take more, right? He has privileges of choosing 1, 2 or 3. MSME, it does not have that privilege. Just to give you a perspective again, when we talk about Threads as a platform, which is one of the most integrated platform which under RBI is trying to cover all the MSMEs in the country, so far they have done brilliant, but they have been able to onboard only 25,000 MSMEs out of a population of 6.3 crore. Can you imagine the gap which is existing? So for us to reach a level of subprime and to be abundantly funding them, I think it will take us, I don't want to quote a number, but it will take us a long time. Plus, second thing I would like to say is our regulatory sandbox. Our regulatory sandbox under the governance of Central Bank of India is so super strong that a subprime crisis, I don't think, is something which India will ever be impacted with. Plus the fintech regulatory sandbox as well as the banking, which is so strong. So I don't think this is going to be a situation whereby we will end up lending to MSMEs which they cannot absorb, or we are approving all kind of bad loans. I don't foresee that. Another point I'd like to make is a psychological analysis and a credit risk parameters, right? So when you're lending to a micro, small or medium enterprises, your lending criteria is absolutely different as compared to a mainstream bank when you're lending to a regular large market account, right? Your nuances of credit checks, your nuances of how will you ascertain a risk of a tea vendor? A banker cannot ascertain that risk, right? How will you ascertain what is his capex? How will you ascertain how much is cost? You will have to actually study how much of a milk he's consuming every day, which is OPEX. You will have to actually calculate how many glasses he's consuming every day. That's his OPEX, right? So these are the models which these fintechs have been able to devise indigenously. They've been able to go there, research, do their R&D and come up with these risk analysis models which are very different from a mainstream banking. And that is why they are more robust, and that is why they are last mile, because they understand the KYC or the actual know your customer criteria. Fourth aspect I'd like to highlight is that, and I think both Ravi, Gaurav, which are bankers, and Swati would also agree, delinquency percentages in MSME portfolio has been the lowest by far. And I think my banker friends on the panel will agree with me, because there's a psychology, which comes here. If you lend to a MSME, they are more obligated, they will be more liable to pay back their debt compared to any large corporate client who probably might have higher levels of delinquency or NPA. I think my banker friends would like to agree in terms of statistics. I don't have the actual statistics with me, but that is a very proven fact which all banker friends of mine have told me that. So whoever has asked this question, thank you so much. But your worry is absolutely not needed. We are safe, and I don't think MSME is going towards any kind of subprime crisis.